a basketball legend.
A double clutch leg shot! Steps back, fade away, good!
A surefire first ballot Hall of Famer.
Are we really seeing this? Here it is!
A sports icon that has represented the Mavericks franchise so brilliantly over the last 2 decades.
It's Nowitzki. Catch and shoot. It's so easy. Dirk Nowitzki. Now it's Nowitzki for 3. Spectacular! And Dirk's got the jam.
Tonight, Dirk looks to make more history and pass Wilt Chamberlain on the all-time scoring list.
He has climbed the ladder for 21 glorious seasons. Now 41 is just 4 away, needing just those 4 points to surpass the legendary Wilt Chamberlain. Get ready. We are set for another memorable milestone night for the greatest Maverick of all time.
Those of us that know him know that he's one of the really special people that you'd ever meet in any walk of life, in any profession, in any circumstance. And to have had the privilege, myself 11 years, some of you much longer.
In spite of the Pelicans losing, there's one.
First touch of the game for Dirk, and it's a jump shot for the top of the key.
Boy, that was a hard closeout by Anthony Davis, too.
And to put him one step away was Jalen Brunson. Nice little pass, free throw line, close out a little bit late to Skin's point. They wanted it.
Will they get it this trip down the floor? One basket away. Davis right on him. Now it's a switch situation. Dirk double team. Finds Tim Hardaway Jr. in the corner. Makes the right basketball play with all eyes on him and finds Hardaway for the 3. Luka beats Dirk. Top of the key again. Over Williams. Jumper's good! The wait is over to pass Wilt. Returning to 6th in NBA history in scoring, Dirk Nowitzki. .420 career points. Jalen Brunson with the assist. The jumper over Kenrich Williams. And already Dirk coming out of the game.
That's a lot of fun, man.
Teammates I had, the fans that went with me through thick and thin.
And now Dirk an open jumper and into the rare air of the top 10. Ellis across the floor to Dirk. A rhythm jumper is good for Dirk Nowitzki. He's past Akeem Olajuwon. This is his moment. It is! He splashes home the jumper and takes another step up the ladder of legends. And it's all the way! Dirk a 3, a dagger, and a piece of history.
Dirk Nowitzki passing Shaquille O'Neal on the all-time NBA scoring list.
The man, the myth, the legend, the number 6 scorer in NBA history.
For life, our Dirk Nowitzki.
sure a sense of relief. I think you said it very well, not only in the pregame show, but at the beginning of our telecast, Harp. Dirk has done so many great things, but he doesn't seek the attention for those great things. He understands the responsibility that comes along with these accomplishments, but there is a relief in completing those accomplishments as well.
You know, you think about a guy like Tim Duncan and the way he just faded into the background after his career was up. Tremendous career, championships, all the things that we're talking about when it comes to Dirk. Not many guys get to 30,000 points, but you guys know Dirk better than I do, Mark, but it seems to me that this guy does not seek this kind of fame, if you would, and I think that's a big reason why he's accomplished so much as a player, because of his humble style.
You know what you're saying there, Harp, talking about Duncan kind of fading into the background. I think Dirk would prefer that. I don't think this fan base will allow it.
No, you're exactly right.
They're going to grab onto him and not let him fade into that.
Well, but that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's for the fans.
Yes, sir.
The hoopla is from the fans and for them. So it's a great moment, not only for Dirk, but for Maverick history.
Nowitzki, his first big league field goal. Dirk, and it's on the money! What a tough shot by Nowitzki. The Mavericks on the top leading scorer is Dirk Nowitzki. 1,000 points for Dirk Nowitzki. It is not a dream. He's passed Akeem Olajuwon. Dirk is now a member of the Magnificent Seven. He hits it, and now is sixth in NBA history in points scored. Here it is. The lead is over to pass Wilt. Returning to sixth in NBA history in scoring. Dirk Nowitzki.
All right, thank you, guys. I'm here with the Big German. Another historic night at the AAC. What is it like to pass Wilt Chamberlain on the all-time scoring list?
Yeah, craziness. But you know, it's been a long time coming. Obviously, this year has been a struggle. You know, obviously everybody knew before the season it's only 200-something points, and you know, it looked like for a while that I wasn't going to get there, you know, with missing a bunch of games. Then in December, starting really slow and couldn't really get into it. But, you know, fortunately the last couple of weeks started to feel a lot better. And the guys kept looking for me. Obviously they wanted it to happen. And, you know, I'm a little sad it didn't happen the other night. The atmosphere was electric because it was sort of unexpected there in the second half. I only had two at half, I think, and then you know, just it was a crazy atmosphere. But I'm glad it's over with now. You know, I'm glad it's over with, and you know, still surreal passing another legend.
All of these historic moments have been special for everybody, obviously for you. But is there something different about the name Wilt Chamberlain?
Yeah, crazy. I mean, he was probably in his era, you know, the most dominant player that we ever seen. I mean, he scored 100. He averaged, I think, 40 over a whole season. So, you know, he obviously didn't play as long as I did, which means, you know, when you play long enough, good things are going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, he's one of the most dominant scorers this league has ever seen, obviously.
Obviously, when you hit 30, you were so dialed in that night. This happened pretty quick. It felt like you were extra dialed in tonight, too. Did you feel something different walking in the building?
You know, I felt good in warm-ups, made some shots and was messing around with the guys, and you know, I figured I'm going to get some good looks early. I mean, obviously I didn't know that my first two were going to go in right away, but you know, stepped in them. On the first one, they switched, and then they kind of tried to kick out the little guy, and it ended up being a wide open look. And the second one, I just kind of faced up. I said it's now or never, and shot it up high, and it went in. So it was fun. It was good to be out there, and the crowd was great.
Is the only real surprise that Devin didn't force himself into the starting lineup to get the assist?
You know, he actually told me before the game, "Hey, wait on me." He's like, "I'll miss your first couple. Not that I'm cheering for you to miss, but I would love to give you the assist." But I couldn't wait that long. I couldn't wait that long. So I'm glad it got over with, like I said, because it's been building up really the entire season, and everybody's been talking about it. So I'm just glad it's over with.
Well, thanks for giving us another awesome night, man.
Thank you.
Boom.
Yeah, the Big Dipper, huh? Been amazing. Obviously, it's been a long time coming this season. You know, knowing before the year there was only 200-something points, and then there were times where I thought I'm not going to make it. You know, the way the season went, and with the injury, and then coming off the injury, it was just super slow. And but you know, the last few weeks felt better and been playing better, and the team obviously has kept looking for me, kept telling me to shoot. So I'm glad it's over with now. Tried to make it happen really the other night, really bad. The atmosphere was amazing. I just couldn't push it over the top. So it was good today to just you know, get it out of the way soon with 2 shots, and it was great. Yeah, so the first one they switched, and then they tried to back switch, and before Anthony Davis came up, I had a good look, and then the second one they switched again, and you know, just took my time and faced him up like I've done a million times, and just try to shoot over him. That's what happened. And it went in, and I was happy. Like I said, the way the other night I couldn't buy one down the stretch, so it was good to just, you know, get it over with in my first 2 shots.
How special was the assist coming from Luka, the future of the Mavs?
Yeah, so you know, Devin was in my ear pregame. He's like, hey, I don't want you to miss, but go ahead and miss a couple, and so then I can give you the ball. But couldn't wait that long, you know, So. Yeah, I mean, Luka is the future of this franchise, and he's a great passer for his size, and so it worked out great.
It's a monumental accomplishment anywhere, but how much better does it feel for it to come at home?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't know really what to expect. Obviously, the last few weeks, it was kind of hard to plan. So this was great, you know, coming home with this homestand. Knowing in 2 games how many points I really needed, so it was perfect, and I'm glad it happened home. Some of my milestones obviously happened on the road, which, like I said, you can't really plan for, but it was great. It was worked out perfect.
Where does this milestone rank in your career? Where would you rank it?
I mean, you know, anytime you beat some of those legends up there is incredible. I mean, yeah, like I said, Wilt is probably, I mean, during his era, he was the most dominant player this league has ever seen. I mean, nobody has scored 100, nobody scored over 40 average for a whole year. So it's still surreal at times to be up there with some of these names, and but you know, I'm gonna really let that all soak in once my career is over and I can show my kids.
Jordan Hicks?
I'm sorry?
Is Jordan Hicks?
Yeah, I mean, I wish, but that's I don't know if that's going to happen.
Are your kids old enough to sort of understand what's going on?
No, I mean, their favorite player, Maxi Kleber, and Dwight, and Salah Mejri, and I asked my son why, and he's like, oh, they dunk a lot. And so I grabbed him by the hair, and I put him in front of the TV. I pulled up some old YouTube clips, but it didn't change his mind, unfortunately. Yeah, that too.
Dirk obviously predates you. What do you know? I mean, obviously you know about his career and what he accomplished, but what is your frame of reference for who Wilt is in this game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he dominated his era like nobody else has dominated in his era. So it was obviously a little bit before my time, but everybody knows about Wilt, what he's done, how athletic he was, how big he was, how high he could jump at that height he had, 7'2" or whatever. He's still a freak of nature, and you know, he was just unguardable in that era. And that's why he's up there in only, I don't know, what he played, 13, 14 years, and he's still up there with the best of them. If he would have played a couple more years, he would obviously be number 1 or 2. So that's how dominant he was.
Look at the other 7 footers among all time was Shaq and Wilt. Obviously, you're
about power and athleticism. Kareem, skyhook, but he was a low post player. How do you think you've changed the game for 7-footers with the fact that your jumper was your biggest weapon?
Yeah, I think I came in at the right time. I think where the game was changing a little bit. The game was changing. The league wanted a little more scoring. They wanted a little more movement. In the 90s, there was a lot of weightlifting and the 4s and 5s, and there was a lot of hard fouling going on. And I think the league wanted to change, and I came in at the right time. They put in the back down rule. They put in the zone. They just basically forced the teams to do a little more movement, more pick and roll. All the guys now can shoot and spread the floor, and so it was just perfect for me, for my skill set. It was perfect for me to play, obviously, on the Nelly my first couple years. Who was probably the only guy at the time who wanted a 7-footer dribbling up the ball and shoot, and so I'm really thankful that I came into this situation, to this city, and. So I just, for me, it couldn't have worked any better. That the spot, the coach, and obviously the players that were here with Steve and Mike, who supported me, and lots more. So it just worked out well. And now, basically anybody can shoot now. Everybody comes in now, 4 and 5s, bring the ball up, can shoot, and it's been fun to watch the evolution, obviously, of the league in the last 20 years.
Greg, Coach Carlisle said it's really special because of everything that you've gone through, not just this year, but the last 3 years. Just talk about being able to fight through those injuries to get this accomplishment.
Yeah, this year was extremely tough. I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, it was the Achilles, where I missed some games, but once I came back, I felt actually okay. Last year I almost played 77, 78 games and felt decent, and this year was just tough. I thought that the surgery would be great, give me a little more movement in the foot, and it's going to be a great season. And then next thing you know, the tendon was inflamed and threw me back to zero, and I had to fight all the way back. And there was obviously times in December, January, where I couldn't really move, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to compete. I couldn't really help the guys, and had to put in a lot of work on off days, whether it's conditioning, lifting, just to somehow get back to where I can enjoy the game a little bit. So I feel like the last 2 weeks have helped, me playing better and enjoying the game that I love with my teammates.
What point in your career do you think you could get the top 20 all-time scoring list? Did you ever think that was a possibility at some point semi-early in your career? Or did you
No, not really. That was never really on my mind. In your 20s, you were chasing the championship every year, and we fell short so many times. And, you've really started only paying attention to that later. I think once I passed Larry Legend, I think it was in Orlando. I remember that game. That was sort of the crazy one, and from there, just kept passing some of these legends that I grew up watching. But in your 20s, you just try to make a name for yourself, be an all-star, and trying to win the championship, obviously.
Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk touches at the kid. Clock ticking down, 6 to shoot. Here's Kidd, 5 to shoot. To the cutting Dirk down the lane. Yes, there it is! There it is! And the Mavericks are going to win the championship!